China is the most important AP Comp Gov case for understanding how an authoritarian system can be stable, powerful, and economically successful without competitive national elections. If you understand China, you understand how party control, institutions, and legitimacy can work in a one-party system. In AP Comp Gov, you're not memorizing facts, you're applying concepts. China is your anchor case for authoritarian regimes, political institutions, participation and control, rule of law versus rule by law, and sources of legitimacy. Here's the most important sentence for AP. In China, the Communist Party is above the government. That means China has a state, president, legislature, courts. But the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, sets the direction and controls top appointments. So when you're asked who holds power, the answer starts with the party. At the top of the CCP are elite leadership bodies. For AP, the names matter less than the idea. A small group makes the biggest decisions. Two terms you'll often see: the Politburo Standing Committee. Think of the Standing Committee as the inner circle, top decision makers. Now the stateside, China has formal institutions that look familiar: a legislature called the National People's Congress, an executive government structure often described through the State Council, a president as head of state. But remember the rule: these state institutions operate within CCP leadership and oversight. In many countries, the military belongs to the state. In China, the key AP point is that the party prioritizes control of the armed forces. This helps the regime maintain stability because coercive power is tied closely to the ruling party's leadership. China does not have competitive multi-party national elections, but China does have local-level elections in some areas and a layered system of representation moving upward. For AP, the big idea is not no elections, it's limited participation inside a one-party framework. So if a prompt asks about participation, you can mention local selection mechanisms, consultative channels, controlled political participation. People in China participate in politics in ways that don't look like competitive elections. This can include working through approved organizations, petitioning and complaint systems, online discussion, within limits. The state also monitors and restricts organizations that could challenge CCP authority. AP takeaway: China shows how an authoritarian regime can allow some social organization while preventing independent opposition. This is a huge AP skill moment. Rule of law means the law limits the government and applies equally. Rule by law means the government uses laws as tools to govern, without being fully constrained by them. China often fits the rule by law pattern. Laws and courts exist, but the CCP's political priorities can shape legal outcomes, especially in sensitive cases. This affects civil liberties, due process, and accountability. If China doesn't rely on competitive elections, it ensures stability through alternate means of legitimacy.